Hey, this is John from brokefilmmakers.com, and this is my first video. I pick sound because it's the most important, probably the most important of all things I have to share with you. Um, so anyway, this is what we're going to talk about today: how to get great sound on a micro budget, why sound is so important, what you need to get great sound, how to get it right on set when you're filming, why you shouldn't do it the way everybody else does, and specifically referring to micro budget productions, not small budget productions, but micro budget meaning less than $100,000. Even $100,000, you might be best off considering it this way. And I'll talk about some of the mistakes I've made in the past. Why is sound so important? It's production value, and the most important thing is story. And I love writing. I consider myself a writer. I'm going to make tons and tons of videos about how to write a great screenplay. But after, if you have a great story and you have great sound, you can get a movie that works. I mean, think Clerks, El Mariachi, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. You have to have good sound. What you want to try to avoid is having to do a lot of that stuff in post. But if you don't capture it good to begin with, you're not going to have anything to work with. So anyway, let me run through all the equipment and stuff that I use. A shotgun mic. I'll show you which one I use and why. A mixer. I probably could get away without a mixer, but the recording device I use has a mixer built in, and it is pretty useful. Just see the display. The camera has it too, depending on what camera you're using. If you're actually shooting the footage yourself, you'll see the display on the sound on there as well. And this is my big trick, and I don't understand why people don't do it. And I shot a feature this way, and the sound was awesome. And the reason was because I used a boom mic stand. I put the microphone on a boom, and I positioned it over the actors, and it went from the boom into the recording device, and it worked beautifully. A clapper. If you're gonna get good sound, you're gonna record the sound externally. You're gonna need to sync it later. Even if you record the sound, you have a recording device where you can record the sound right into the camera, so you don't have to sync it. A clapper still really helps because you can label what scene it is, and when you go into post and you have 500 clips that you need to edit together, it makes it a lot easier to find. Batteries. You'll always inevitably, when you're running out of time, or if something can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. And I can't tell you how many film sets I've been on. It's like, oh, we're out of batteries. Somebody's got to run to the store, and the sun's coming up. We're running out of time. I use rechargeable batteries. They're cheap on Amazon. I just bought a bunch. I think I have 24 AA batteries and a recharger. When I wrap, or the night before production starts, I always plug those things in overnight, charge them up. I also have a box of AA batteries as backups. That, again, on Amazon, they're super cheap. I think it's $8 for 20 batteries. You're not going to use 20 batteries in one day on a micro budget film, but trust me, it's good to have. And also batteries, the lights I use can use AA's, and I'll show you those in another video. We'll talk about lighting. I use a Sennheiser mic. Don't go cheap on the microphone. Actually seem like they've come down. I bought mine about 10 years ago. I've been using it for 10 years. I probably have about a dozen feature films that we've used the mic on tons of short films and all kinds of other projects, documentaries. A good Sennheiser mic, it's the same kind of mic that they'll use in the studios at Warner Brothers and in Hollywood, and it's just not that expensive a light item, and the technology doesn't change. If I was going to buy anything, it would be sound equipment. If you're just starting out and you don't have a camera, use an iPhone, but put all your money on sound equipment because it'll last forever. It's not that expensive compared to other stuff. But anyway, you need a mic, you need an XLR cable to connect the mic to the recording device. A windshield, they're not that expensive. I would just get one to have. I like to put the mic in there to protect it when I'm transporting it around. But if you're going to shoot outside and it's windy, you need that windshield. A boom pole. Even if you use the stand like I'm going to show you, you still need to connect the mic to a boom pole, and the boom pole connects to the stand. And the shock mount is a little piece I want to show you because it confused me for a while until I was familiar with it, but it's pretty cool. This is what I have. I have the Zoom H6 recorder. This thing is awesome. It's got these dials so you can adjust recording volumes. It's got a display. It's got a couple different heads on here. I'm using it right now. It's connected to my computer. So I actually use the mic that comes with this to record videos for YouTube. The thing that I love about this the most is this microphone here. When you're shooting, it picks up all the ambient noises, all the Foley, all the walking, the doors closing, all that stuff. Just put this over by the camera, and you're not gonna have to go in and do a lot of Foley later because you're gonna capture it as you're recording, and it just increases the production value massively because you get like crisp, clear sound, not just the dialogue, people talking, but all the other noises. Here's that Sennheiser, and I apologize. I should have actually taken a photo of my actual microphone rather than pulling this one right off of Amazon. Just said this is the one that Amazon sells now, and I don't know if my model's still around. But Sennheiser ME66 short shotgun mic, K series, couple $100. This thing will last forever. So this is the little contraption where the boom pole goes in here. I think it costs $12. It took me a while to figure out what I needed because I didn't have sound guys on my production, but this is what it was. And that here's all my equipment. This little thing here screws into the boom pole, and then the mic goes into the rubber bands, and it's good because it absorbs any type of movement or sound, those little rubber bands. So it gives you that crisp recording off the Sennheiser. So this is the grip head. This just mounts right onto any type of light stand or C stand. I looked to try to find something that was plastic, a little bit lighter, because this thing is heavy and it's industrial. It'll probably last forever. I mean, forever, like 200 years if you used it every day. And you just mount that baby right on the light stand, and that little piece I showed you before pops in there. I'll show you a picture of it in a little bit. Anyway, how to get it right? The clapper. No talking on set. Easier said than done. Watch your levels. Sometimes actors, when they're acting, they're performing, they get really loud, and you'll redline. I usually just kind of let that go, and then I'll run a second microphone on the camera. A Rode Video Pro is a pretty inexpensive, about $250. If you're using a DSLR, it plugs it right in there. But it's a good backup source. So if the actor is too loud, and you're capturing is redlining, then you've got a mic farther back. The other thing you can do is if it's going to be a scene where they're going to deliver it that way, is really set the boom pole 20 feet away from where the actor is. But if you can get the actor to not go that loud so it redlines, that's the best scenario. And then the quiet stuff, that's the kind of thing. An actor, he's got to get the actor to talk so you can hear it. And I recommend having a pair of headphones on, especially for the directing, so you can hear what's getting recorded, and just make sure that the actor's delivering that performance too soft that you can't make out what they're saying. You do it again and tell them they got to do it louder. You didn't pick up the audio, and that it's tough for inexperienced actors to do that, right? Because they get so caught up in delivering a good performance. But those are the kind of things that make for great actors. So yeah, why you shouldn't listen to what everybody else is doing, and if you've worked on film sets before and they have a crew of people and they have a sound guy and they have a mixer and a boom operator and all these positions, you get a micro budget. You don't want these people around on set. It's just, it costs money, it causes problems, it slows down the process. The real thing I find with boom operators, first of all, it's a tough thing to do to hold a boom over your head for 5 minutes without moving. You could probably find somebody to do it, but when they move, you pick up that audio gets captured, and it destroys the quality of the sound. The other thing is that boom causes a shadow. It seems like they move in a position, you get a shadow, you get a boom in the shot. It ruins lots of shots. Put that mic on a stand. That Sennheiser mic that I use works great from 10 feet away. It's designed, I think, for sound stages to them hanging in the ceiling. So hang that mic in the ceiling out of frame, and you're going to have the best sound you're going to be real excited with. So this is what it looks like. You can see the grip and the arm that's holding up the boom here. You see that arrow, and then the shock mount, and that's really all there is to it. And then you just clamp this into your zoom. So yeah, some of the mistakes I've made in my last feature. I forgot to unplug the refrigerator twice, and there was a lot of scenes in the kitchen. When I did unplug the refrigerator, the sound was great. When I forgot and left it plugged in, it's gonna have to. We had to go loop it, and basically that's what happened. It was just no way to filter it out. We shot in an office building, and the AC kept coming in, and that's something to think about when you go into a location. Can you have the ability to turn the heat or the air off between takes? The other thing that drove me crazy is open doors. For whatever reason, you shoot night stuff, your lighting guy is going to want to put a light outside shining in, and to make it look like moonlight. And then where's the wire? The cord goes through. They have to open the door. Now the door's open. A motorcycle drives down the street, and it'll ruin your take. Be sure the doors are closed and windows are closed, and that's non-negotiable. Don't let your lighting guys do that. And we'll talk about lighting. I like to use on micro-budget films cheap lights. I light everything and run it on batteries, and that way you don't blow fuses and all the other things that go wrong when you make a movie. Computers, they've all got fans that make noise. You could probably hear the fan on the computer now as we're recording this video. Cell phones, yeah. I don't think I've ever done a production where one of the actors did forget to turn their cell phone off and it rang in their pocket while they were performing, or the co-star was performing. Yeah, it's just a distraction. I don't think there should be cell phones. They should be not out. People should be texting while they're working. It slows down the process, and it's rude. And kick everybody out if you can. If you're in a location, have the makeup person, your producer, the crew people, if they're not needed to shoot that scene and you're ready to roll, just tell them to go in the other room and have the door closed. Because I think it's just human nature. It's impossible for people to go that 5 minutes with their mouth shut. It's just not fun, and people enjoy working on movie sets and they're having a good time. So anyway, do me a favor if you can, like this video, share it, embed it, post it on Facebook, show all your filmmaker friends. Go to my blog. I'll have blog posts with all this stuff on there, so you can click the links to the Amazon, and there's a link to the blog below. And comment, ask questions, and give me some ideas so I can do better. Give me feedback for topics for other things. And happy filming.